Hey guys, I just want to go ahead and start off by saying if you haven't seen my video about YouTube changing its guidelines and stuff like that, and why basically all smaller channels are no longer going to be monetized, go ahead and watch that video before this one so you can kind of understand why I'm on that everyday bro grind trying to upload as much as possible. But anyway, let's just get on with the video. So today we're going to be talking about how to care for baby fish. So if you had a guppy, a molly, a platy that's given birth to a whole bunch of tiny fry, this is going to be how to take care of them, how to keep them alive. So the first thing is basically where they're going to live. So personally, I prefer to just keep them in with the parents. I find it makes things easier. I just have a whole bunch of plants basically just so they have a ton of hiding space. And as long as you have enough hiding space, you can see these little small fry like that, they should make it just fine. If you don't want to go this route, you can always set up another 3, 4, 5, 2-gallon tank, put them in there, make sure it's cycled, make sure it has like a small sponge filter, and you should be good to go. Once you have them living in a space, let's start with food. So food, these guys will basically, when they're super young, eat like a powdered food. I'd recommend just rapashi, like that. Just don't cook it, don't make it, just keep it in the little powdered form, like that, and they'll eat it just fine. Once they grow up a little bit more, a good food I'd recommend for them is bug bites, and this is another small food right there. A little bit bigger pellet size, but I find the small fish can still eat it. If you don't have either of those foods, just take your normal flake food, put it in a blender, crush it up, and you should be good to go. Another thing is filtration on these guys. With the more fish you have, obviously more fry, they're going to grow up into more fish, you're going to need more filtration. But with that filtration, you're going to need to cover it up with a sponge. So if you have an HOB filter like I do, you're going to want to make sure it has a sponge on it so it doesn't suck up any of the baby fish or shrimp or anything. Also, a great filter I recommend is just a sponge filter. Those work great. So here are also some tips to help your fry grow faster. Turn up the heater in your aquarium, maintain the temperature around 78 degrees. That'll speed up their metabolism and have them grow a lot faster. Also, try to feed them small amounts a few times a day. So try to feed your fish a tiny bit in the morning, a tiny bit in the afternoon, a tiny bit at night. So 3, 4, even 5 times a day if you can get into meals that small, and just do a tiny little bit of food. And they should love it, they should grow faster, and it should all be good. Once your fry are to a big enough size to where they're not fry anymore like these guys, you can go ahead and either just keep them as pets or sell them to a fish store for some money. So that's pretty much it for my guide for fry. Just make sure they have a lot of cover, make sure there's nothing to prey on them, make sure your filters are safe, and feed them small food. That is pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.